So I'm going to use this example to show how we can combine two binomial expansion. So if you look at the question, A and B is just basic expansion, but we do not need the full expansion. We only need the first three terms. So I assume you can get the first three terms. So it is the hence part that I will need to explain. So the hence part require you to multiply the two brackets, and each of the bracket is already expanded under part A and part B. Okay, so now we are combining the two expansion by multiplying. Sometimes we will combine two expansion by adding up. So there's in the O-level question, there are some that they combine two, but they add up two binomial expansion. So in this case, right, I'm not adding up, I am multiplying. So I am multiplying. So if you look at the hence part, that means, right, instead of this power 4, I'm going to use the expansion. So I'll be using this expansion. And I'm going to multiply by the other one, which is already expanded out in this way. So I need them to be expanded out so that I can do my expansion. The purpose of my expansion is to get the coefficient of x squared. So to get the coefficient of x squared, we got to execute our normal algebra. So in our normal algebra sense, we will arrow. We will keep doing arrows. But in this question, if I'm going to be doing arrows, I would have 9 arrows. Okay, so where are the 9 arrows? Okay, so to facilitate that, I'm going to erase the expansion part. So I'm going to show you the 9 arrows, and hopefully you got to use a bit of logical sense to know what does the arrow give you. So for example, if I arrow 1 to 32, I'm getting a 32. If I arrow 1 to 80x squared, means I'm multiplying, so I get a 80x squared. So here, if I do that, I will get a 80x4. So these are the 3 arrows. Okay, just the 3 arrows first. So now we go and explore this 12x. If 12x is arrowed to this, I will get something x. You got a punch calculator, 12 times 32. So if I multiply this with this, so if you look carefully, it's x squared times x squared. So I will end up getting x4. So it will be 54 times 80. Then if I do the last one here, okay, I think I backtrack first. So this 12x, yeah, backtrack to this one first, times 32 will give you something x. The same 12x times this will give you something x cubed. The same 12x times this will have given you something x5. Okay, so these are my 6 arrows. Okay, I still got one last set of arrows. So just now I circled wrongly. So the last one is the 54. If I multiply this, I will get something x squared. If I do it here, I'll get something x4. If I do it here, I will get something x6. So if I do out all my 9 arrows, I will get a lot of terms. But if you really look at what the question wants, I only want x squared. So you don't need all the 9 arrows. If you have explored the 9 arrows, you realize that it gives you numbers, it gives you x, it gives you x squared, it gives you x cubed, it gives you x4, it gives you x6. So choose the one that can give you x squared. So you narrow down this, and this should be giving me an x squared. Then if you narrow down, this and 32 will also give me an x squared. So out of the 9 arrows, there's only 2 arrows that can give you x squared. So the coefficient of x squared, first arrow will be 1 times 80 x squared. So it will be 1 times 80, just the coefficient. So this second arrow will be 54 x squared times 32. So I only want the coefficient. So it will be 54 times 32. So I didn't manage to work out the other 7 arrows, because even if I worked out the other 7 arrows, I will not be getting an x squared. So be selective about your arrow. That's what we'll call the arrow method. This, you got to have some logical sense in this. Okay? So that is the arrow method in example 3.